having a phenomenal day today. I'm Alex Light with Sparky3. Got both the boys here with me, starting off with Zach. Zach, how you doing? How you feeling, my guy?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. Ready to go. I mean, yeah, we'll have a discussion.
Exoprimal. That's the discussion.
Because there was a misunderstanding of how I worded something.
Well, it's okay. We fixed the title. The title's fixed. It's more accurate to what you said. It's fine. John, how are you?
Man, it's a light week for me.
Me
I don't got a whole lot going on. Because I don't know if you caught it, I did not reply to you.
I know. What he's referring to is every week, usually Fridays, I'll just send out a simple message on Discord, calling card for script in case they have something specific. And whenever no one responds, I'm assuming that means they have nothing. That's my assumption. So we just kind of go from there. But we do have Exoprimal. We've been waiting on that one for a little bit just because we've been kind of curious about it. Zach played it. John played it. I have not, unfortunately. I do have it downloaded on my Xbox with the intent to try. Just haven't got around to it yet. I've been very busy. Xbox ActBlizz finally coming to a close. Should be done within the week, I would say. So that's shout to that. We can finally stop talking about it. Thank Christ. Now it's just the possibility as to what to come out of it, which already kind of seeing some possibilities out of it, which is actually pretty fascinating to see, honestly. And then we may ramble about some other things. Black Panther game got announced. That's kind of cool. There was also apparently a rumor of Last of Us Part 2 remaster coming. I'm going to rant about that later, so shout out to that. But if you could, make sure to subscribe to the channel, be a friend, tell a friend, follow the podcast wherever you're listening. Check out some Rogue Energy with our link down below. They just released a new flavor recently, the Raspberry Pineapple. I have not picked it up yet, but I am looking forward to picking it up at some
I got
point.
a collector's box just sitting in a cart.
Oh, for the Raspberry Pineapple?
Yeah.
Haven't got it yet?
Yeah, I keep looking and go, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I
You
wish
just got to throw another one in there to get you to hit the button.
Oh, no, I did. I have a double stack of Grape Popsicle and Rocket Pop as well, so.
all great flavors, by the way. The latest flavor, Strawberry Mango, is one of my favorites. Rocket Pop is phenomenal. All incredible flavors for sure. Make sure to also join the Discord, and we'd appreciate that. Hop over here so I don't make a mistake like I just did where you were talking. I left it on John.
It happens.
It does. It does. It does happen. It does happen. Boys, how we feeling this week? You know, it's kind of a light week for us, honestly.
Yeah, it pretty is.
Yeah. Been busy. I've been busy, you know.
I haven't played a whole lot of.
Yeah.
I haven't done a whole lot of gaming time.
Yeah, I just haven't played really a whole lot either.
Yeah.
I mean, I did more Evercore and then Exoprimal when it came out.
Still really excited to play Evercore at some point.
Do
Hopefully.
you want a friend code? I have a bunch now.
I was about to
They
say,
just sent me a
they
bunch.
sent 3 more to everyone who's bought Founder packs.
Yeah, no, if you guys want to send me a friend code, I will absolutely play it. I have full intention to buy the big pack that you bought, Zach. I fully plan to buy that. But hey, if you want to send me a friend code, I will gladly accept it and play the game sometime soon. Maybe play it maybe tomorrow for a little bit. As soon as I get up tomorrow, I've got to work on some more TikToks and stuff, finish editing some, and then I've got to do some work tomorrow. So if I got time tomorrow, I'll definitely play because I am looking forward to playing Evercore quite a bit. Shout out to Evercore Heroes. Make sure to go check that one out. As well as Sparkball, new alpha coming sometime in the future. They announced on their Discord. So
Yeah,
we'll keep an eye out for that.
We don't
one.
know when it's coming as of right now. They're currently working their way on their they're working their way through feedback and doing their tournament for the top players of the previous alpha. So
Yeah.
All we got was that they're going to do another one sooner than they initially expected.
yeah. So
Yeah.
believe me, when we do get the information, we'll let you know.
Yeah, yeah, we'll be on top of that one, especially these two. Hopefully for the next one I'll be able to play it because that does look like a pretty fun game.
And if you haven't been keeping up with it, go check Pal World's Twitter or YouTube where they keep posting PAL deck videos of all the pals.
Yeah,
They're up to 10.
I've seen that. Yeah,
Just showed off Anubis.
yeah. I'm really excited for Pal World. I really hope that thing does not flop.
I'm going to enslave all those bitches and we're going to build a farm.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
not gonna look into anything. I'm just gonna it's gonna come out and I'm gonna go fuck it.
Early access 2024.
Yeah, it's January, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think yeah. So that's actually pretty exciting. All right, boys. Exoprimal. Lot more than you thought it would be. Not a lot deeper. A lot more than you thought it would be.
Yeah, because I mean, what I was expecting was a live service game where you join a game and you fight hordes of dinosaurs. I was not expecting the whole full Capcom animation team doing whole fucking cutscenes and them having a whole giant storyline for what's going on, which you don't always see in live service games. So I'm just like, because like the whole opening when you first start and launch, it opens up into a whole like setting of a news channel running, and then it does a whole registration of your exosuit pilot, and all this fun stuff of setting him up to join the, is it like Animus? Haribus?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I held spacebar.
Okay, so John just skipped that shit. But yeah, no, it has a whole storyline and whatnot involved in the game, which progresses as you plays matches. You unlock, you find lost data and stuff like that. I mean, just to sort of do a breakdown of it, the whole storyline that's set up so far is just rogue AI took over a city in 3040? No, 3040 or 2040. Yeah, 2040. And caused some shit to happen. It's now 2043 where you are. You're on some patrol of the island, make sure stuff's not coming out. A void opens up in front of you, crashes your chopper plane thing they have through the island, and you, being the exosuit pilot, are wandering around and get found by Leviathan, the rogue AI, who apparently gathers up any exosuit pilots it can to research the exosuits and teleports their asses back to 2040 when stuff happened to join war games to get combat data on all these exosuits to make the perfect exosuit to battle something. And I don't think it's ever specified yet, at least where I'm at, what it's trying to fight with this exosuit it's perfecting. And just drags people from different timelines all to fight in these war games against each other. If you win, you survive and go back to your timeline to do it again. If you lose, you die. And like the defeat screen literally is just dinosaurs eating you.
So, I haven't seen that screen yet.
See, I've played 4 games. I've won 3, lost 1.
Yeah, I haven't seen that screen. Part of what led me to just like holding space and skipping through the cutscenes is they're so fucking long.
It is really long.
It's long, and they're kind of like, some of it they're just kind of
it's all
spouting information.
It's
at
all
you.
exposition, yeah.
It's just like, I'm just like, okay, fuck it, dude, move on. But I mean, yeah, like, I didn't realize the first cutscene after the first match I played was almost longer than the damn match that I played.
I felt the same way.
I was like, why the fuck would I
Wow.
want to spend more time watching a cutscene?
Yeah, because like I launched the game at like 7:30 last night, and when I finally got into like the main lobbies and stuff like that, it was about 8 o'clock, and I had done the tutorial and the one AI match that has you play through.
Yeah, because before you even get to like the menu, dude, also, I don't know how it is on console. This game's a fucking pain in the ass to start playing.
It's very simple on console.
Well, I mean, it's like you have to register a Comcast or a Capcom ID if
no,
you don't already have all
That's
that shit
the same
done.
thing because it's Capcom.
Yeah, it's like you have to go through and register all that shit, and then it's like I was doing it, and then it took it like several minutes to actually register my account.
Oh, mine was instant. I don't know what happened
And
with
then
you.
it's like I was sitting there, I'm on the menu, I'm like, I'm just trying to play the game, and you can't find my fucking account.
Mine was instant. That's on you.
That's on them. I did what they said to do. It just took them a while. But yeah, before you can even get to like the main menu of the game, you have to watch a cutscene, do a tutorial, or you have to watch a cutscene, create your character,
which is sort of shitty.
Yeah, it's a shitty character creation, really.
Oh,
And
no,
then
you
have
can't make a freak.
Then you have to watch another cutscene, do the tutorial, then watch a cutscene and do a tutorial match with bots, and then watch another cutscene.
Then you play an actual match, and then you watch another cutscene.
Jesus. I did not expect just a cutscene overload going
And that's
into
what
this.
I said. There was more to it than I expected. Because again, I expected just a live service game with hordes of dinosaurs I was going to fight.
Hey, let me change the title to Exoprimal Cutscene Overload.
Um,
I will say, also part of the reason I was like let's just kind of skip to the gameplay. And that was, I wanted to know how it felt to play.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what would keep me playing the game or me jumping ship.
Yeah.
Is it at least fun? Based on what I played so far, at least for me personally, it was not.
See, I have enjoyed it personally, but I'm very much aware after playing the 4 games I got to play last night it is sort of niche because it is very much a horde style game. So if you don't like,
it's not even really that it's a horde game; it's that it's a very slow horde game.
Okay, your teammates must have been very bad.
No. I mean, like, as far as it felt.
Slowing. Gotcha.
Gameplay wise, it felt slow because the way it works is you kind of spawn in and then you have to run to an objective area, and then, like when you get into the area, it activates and then it'll start spawning dinos.
Yeah.
And then it's like the killing them very quick, very easy, for the most part. Like nothing complicated there.
Yeah.
Main problem I had with how the combat felt, as well as, I don't know if it was character I was playing or something.
Who'd you play?
I don't remember his name. He's the attacker that like lobs grenades.
Oh, Deadeye.
Deadeye, yeah, I played Deadeye. Looked the most fun out of what was available, and I was like, yeah, this looks fun.
He played your Soldier 76 of this game.
Okay.
No. The one that lobs grenades.
Oh,
the
Barrage.
Yeah, the
Barrage.
Junkrat.
My bad.
The Junkrat. Okay.
He's sort of interesting, yeah, because his kit is his main thing's a grenade launcher, which is a weird crossbow looking thing.
Yeah, but it basically launches the same way that Junkrat's does. It's like you launch it, you get a bounce to everything, and then it'll blow up. And if you direct impact, it'll blow up.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. So yeah, he played Barrage, not Deadeye.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
And then it's like his one of his abilities is
he jumps up.
You jump up in the air and you throw out like 3 little
explosive
things, and then you can hit the button again to detonate it, and they blow up and make like a little fire effect that does damage over time.
And then he also has like a concussion grenade.
Yeah. So the more interesting kit of the characters that I saw available, so I was like, yeah, I'll play this. And the only problem I had with the actual combat was it didn't feel impactful or anything. Like you would think that throwing out a bunch of grenades and stuff, it would feel good to have like big explosion stuff going off. Everything reacts the same almost no matter what you hit them with. It's like all the raptors and everything. You hit them with a concussion grenade or something, they do the same falling down animation or something if you hit them with the regular like left click grenade or something. I don't know, everything.
I guess the ragdolls were different because I had a different experience when I played Barrage.
I don't know. It was one of those where it was like every ability and stuff that I was using, the only one that felt good, at least for me, felt impactful, was his like ultimate ability where he
becomes a suicide bomber.
Yeah, where you. You start basically emanating flame and you charge. You like fly into them and blow up, which that was fun. But everything else felt very low impact, and I don't know. I was hoping for a bit more of a meaty feeling.
What map did you end up playing Barrage on? Do you remember what it was like? Was it the city? Was it the harbor? Or was it the city?
I've only played the city.
So city I could see being rough because the map that I played Barrage on was the sort of canyon, and it was a lot close quarters and a lot tighter spaces. So like my game with him was I set up those bolts and everything, or I shot grenades, and I just saw dinosaurs go boom, just pop up.
But yeah, I mean, even like in the city environment, I mean, it worked out decent because the other thing was like half the enemies in that one are flying enemies.
Yeah,
hard to hit with grenades, but you would think they're very easy to figure out the arc.
Yeah, it's not. It's pretty easy arc. Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I mean, my main problem was the matches themselves feel like they go quick, but all the combat feels slow. It's a weird dynamic, is what it felt like.
I could see that
because the way it works is the dinosaurs will spawn, you kill that wave, and then it spawns another wave, and whichever team kills them faster or kills all of them the fastest, they win like the point for that spot, and then you move on to another one.
Well, that's not entirely accurate. So, more or less, the actual competitive part of it is it's 2 teams of 5. You have 5 objectives in a match to complete, and more or less, it's you want to be the faster of the 2 teams because once you complete the 5 objectives, you then go into a final mission, which is either PvP or PvE. If it's PvE, it gets you 3 more missions you have to complete faster than the other team, otherwise you lose. If it's PvP, so far the only one I've gotten is you get a data cube which you have to escort.
It's Overwatch.
Yes, it's Overwatch, but both teams have a cube you have to escort to the center and upload its data. You can go fuck the other team over on the other side of the map if you want to. But if you complete the first set of objectives faster, you get put in to the final mission sooner, and you get a head start pretty much.
Does this game just have like a lot of Overwatch inspiration or something?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, when I first started playing it, just because of the suits, I thought Warframe initially.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, the only real Overwatchy thing that I really felt was sort of the PvP one, where it's just escorting the data cube.
Which also the PvP factor of it,
it's very minuscule.
Feels out of place almost.
It slightly is, because there's 2 things. Because even in the PvE one, when it gets to the final mission, each team gets a Dominator, which one teammate can use, and you become a Tyrannosaurus and can go fuck up the other team.
I'll say they were Triceratops on the city map for me.
Oh, mine's always been a T-Rex.
Yeah, they were Triceratops in our match, which I also found out if you're playing. What was it? The character I was playing.
Barrage?
Yeah, if you're playing Barrage, you just ultimate suicide bomb until you basically one-shot it.
That's pretty funny. Good to know. So I guess it'll make you one of the 2 large dinos that there is currently, which is the T-Rex and the Triceratops. And more or less you can go fight the other team and fuck them up. But yeah, the PvP aspect is like very minuscule because for the most part, you're even on the PvP ending, you're not going to interact each other until both y'all are towards the center, because otherwise you're just running halfway across the map to get fucked up if they're paying attention. So yeah, it just begins a game of who can kill the other side faster and just camp their cube.
Yeah. Also, it's the abilities and everything that you have very much geared towards fighting dinos. So when people in an exosuit decide they want to stroll up and attack you, they die very quickly. It was comical how fast I was killing people when they tried to come and intervene.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to keep people from not getting killed quickly unless you have a support.
Yeah, because there was on PC it's the X power. Basically like the additional cannon power that you have to kill flying enemies. Yeah, the rig. It's basically like the plasma launcher, basically, where you just shoot it. It's basically a way for people that aren't good at fighting flying enemies to be able to shoot them down, at least like one at a time or something.
Yeah, because
found out very good at killing opposing players.
Yes, it is.
It's very easy to do as well.
Yeah, because along with your build, you can choose a gear feature, which it's initially sets out is the rig, which is the launcher, which does a static damage regardless of what you're shooting at. You can also get a thing that spawns a small healing pool initially, or gives you a mid-air jump. And then there's other ones that you can get and buy once you get to a certain player level. Because everything, it's very much a live service setup because there's of course, a battle pass.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is something I found
And
funny about the game. This is a full price game if you're buying it and not playing it on Game Pass.
Yes.
It also has paid DLC stuff for like costumes in that.
Yes.
At the current time.
Or to unlock the 3 suits that are behind player levels if you want to get them ahead of time.
Yes. There's also a battle pass that has a free and premium tier.
And the free one's sort of shit.
And I think you can pay to unlock early on the battle pass. I'm not 100% certain. I didn't look at that. But that's kind of standard. And then like all the cosmetic and stuff, I didn't look into this too deeply, but it looked like the cosmetic system for the game is like a lot of like free-to-play BRs. It's a loot box system.
Yeah.
Oof.
So
The odds are pretty decent though, because on my very first one, I got a legendary.
Yeah, that's called luck.
Okay.
There's you know how like gotcha games they post the percentage odds of getting the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just rolled well.
And I apparently always fucking roll well, man.
Yeah, for every one of you, there's one of me.
And I'm just somewhere. In
I'm
the
here to
middle.
balance the odds.
Yeah, I'm just kind of in the middle of that.
But yeah, it's like it's weird because the game almost looks like it has the monetization of a free to play game for a full price game.
Yes.
Okay.
But from everything I can tell, which, as far as I can tell, you can more or less unlock most of the stuff besides the Microsoft specific skins.
Yes, everything that is available in the game that is not like a premium, like cosmetic or something, I believe is available to unlock in the game. It's a pay for convenience kind of thing. Pay to unlock early.
Yeah.
Is what everything is, which good and bad because I mean the three that suits that you have to have player levels to unlock look really fucking cool.
Yeah, I could live without them. I mean,
Yeah, but it's like at least as far as like the damage one,
yeah,
the long range sniper class is the one
makes
that
the most fucking sense.
is one that a lot of people are gonna want to play, and it's the one that's locked behind levels.
Yeah, because out of all the suits, Assault has the most of 4, and you got your standard shooter, you got your ninja who runs in with blades, you got Barrage who's your explosive, and then you got the damn sniper.
Yeah, it's basically you have the full range. It's like you have melee, standard gunner, you have explosive guy, and then it's like what everybody likes to play, sniper boy, is locked.
Versus tanks, you have your standard stand behind me, named Roadblock. I don't understand the minigun guy. He just has a giant minigun and he can shoot lots of bullets. I assume that's his whole tank kit. I haven't played him yet.
I don't know. I only played the damage characters. I was like, let me play with probably more fun for me. But even then, it's like, I don't know. All the dinos got blown up so fast, it didn't seem like it mattered what you played.
Then to go with our small ninja, we have our giant samurai whose whole kit's about blocking and countering.
Yeah.
And then support, we have Witch Doctor, which is my choice, who has a stun stick. Literally, I just jump in the center of all the dinosaurs and I just go zap, 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 zap. I forget her name off the top of my head, but a flight able support, which helps hinder mobility of dinos and enemy opponents. And then the third one, whose name I also forget, she's a fast agility character who has twin pistols who switch between healing bolts and damage bolts. Which the only time I've seen her was a Capcom associate was playing her.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it was like a difficulty thing, if it ramps up quick, like harder, or how the difficulty scaling really works in this game. But at least at a base level, there was zero challenge to any of it other than are your teammates able to look and see where the dinosaurs are spawning? Which did turn out to be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
And then them not understanding, because we all died. It's like we had the Overwatch section.
Yeah.
In my first game, and we got wiped.
Oof.
And then nobody. It seemed like I was the only one who knew where the data cube was, because no one else came back to it again.
See, I sort of had a similar thing because it was very quick to me, even in my first game, people who understood roles in games and who didn't. Because me and the Capcom associate who was in my first game, we knew what we were doing. They rolled tank, I rolled support. I knew what my job was, to jump in, stun everything. They knew they were rolling. They jump in, cut everything. All of our other teammates, they're just sort of back and, oh, we'll shoot at the dinosaurs. Me and the Capcom, we run along. They're like, oh, I guess we'll go this way. I was just like, shit. So that is sort of an interesting aspect for this game, which is very weird to me, just because it's been a long time since I've seen people who don't understand roles in games?
Well, it's partially because we're used to like these horde-based games, or like the yeah, kind of these horde-based games where you have to progress through like the Left 4 Deads, the Vermintide, stuff
Yeah.
like that. We're used to not really having classes. It's usually just I want to play this character for the abilities that they, or like for the weapon choice or abilities that they have available to them, and then you just kind of run and gun your way through it. And then like some of them are, it's like the difference in classes are usually like this one's ability is a little more defensive, while this one has like an AoE clearing ability, instead of like this character's kit is around support, and that is their entire role in the fight. Yeah, at least in my experience of what I played so far, I did like it didn't seem necessary to have a support really. We had 4 people, or we had 3 people rolled damage, 1 person rolled tank.
Yeah.
And I mean, just kind of steamrolled through everything. I mean, we had to kill the Triceratops fight at one point, and it's like our tank died there, and I don't know. I think my other 2 teammates just kind of fucked off in the middle of the fight. So I'm just kind of like circling around the Triceratops while picking the tank up, and I'm like, all right, get back in there, do your thing. I'm just gonna keep hitting it.
Get back in there. Coach said we're not done.
Yeah, but it was one of those where it's like, that's where I was wondering about difficulty scaling and how it actually evolves, because at a baseline, it's a very simple game that didn't seem too challenging.
I mean, so far, the only time I've had any kind of difficulty was the last game I played before getting off, was in that canyon map where it was a PvE finale, and with how it started, it was with the last mission was kill so many of the regular dinosaurs and then kill one of the T-Rexes, and we killed the many small dinosaurs because that's easy, but because of how small the area was, and just in that final mission, it just keeps spawning. So we did get to a point where we were sort of getting overwhelmed while trying to kill the T-Rex, where we were just constantly dying. So my big thing with it, which I'll probably continue playing it after this, because again, it's a sort of niche thing that I was sort of actually looking for, just being able to brain dead run through things, because it's just literally a competitive speed run who can complete the map first. And I am sort of curious the other types of objectives that are in the game and whatnot, because so far the only ones I've really had is Dinosaur Coal, defend the point, kill a large dinosaur, and then Data Cube.
Yep. That's all I've seen.
And from what I remember from like articles and stuff that they said before the game, leading up to the game, like there's some other objective types somewhere in there. So I don't know if they got rid of them at some point, or if I get through so many games, I don't know.
I don't know. It could just be as well like it could be a thing where like it rolls what map you're playing on first, and then rolls the objectives, and you could just be getting the exact same thing over and over again. I also don't know if the objectives change per map that you're on, because I've mostly seen like in the city map, it was a lot of dinosaur culling, and then you would get a defeat the large dino.
There is a chance for it to get the defend the point, because that's on the city map was the one where I got 2 defend the point objectives, which consist of a point spawns, and it increases a progression gauge for how many people is actually standing on the point.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
Yeah, and you just have to defend it from being destroyed by dinos until the gauge is full.
But yeah, so far all I've seen is, like I said, it's Dinosaur Cull, Data Cube, and Large Dino. I've only seen 3.
Good. I'll be very curious I'll continue playing, and I'm very curious because my main thing with it is, yes, it is very simple now, but I feel like if Capcom sticks with it and actually keeps updating and whatnot, I feel like it could get a decent small community. I don't think this game will ever be like a huge game by any means, but I very much think it could be a very smaller community, consistent, whatnot, depending on if they add more objective types to give variety and what kind of other kits and exosuits they'll get.
Okay.
This could be a game that in like 6 to 8 months is like a very niche banger.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that was actually going to be something I was going to ask. Because like what random fun fact. There's like no reviews out for this game yet, which I think
Not really. No, the most that is really Steam, and Steam is sort of rough on it.
There's no Metacritic score yet. There's only one Metacritic review at a 60, and no one else has finished their review. There's no other reviews elsewhere, which I thought was kind of weird. You know, it's Saturday now, and there's still nothing out. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, because I saw an article pop this morning of someone saying Capcom's finally didn't release a hit with Exoprimal.
Yeah, because that was going to be my question with all this, is that with Exoprimal, do you feel like the game is already dead on arrival or not?
I don't think it's initially dead on arrival because it does on Game Pass a way for people to play it for free without paying the full price for it.
If it wouldn't have been on Game Pass, would it have been dead on arrival?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Because I feel like, again, because it's a very niche thing, I feel like for the people who would enjoy it, they would keep it, but for other people who has sort of like John's reaction to it, they would probably refund it pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is a game where like if me and say like two or three buddies downloaded it and it was like it's not like the best game, but we could jump in and play it for 2 hours or something and have a decent time. That's what kind of game it would be, and that type of game is phenomenal for Game Pass.
Yes.
It's like, as far as a full priced, would I pay, or would I have been mad if I paid full price for the game? I'd probably be mad.
Fair enough.
But then again, it's like I knew going into it this was going to be a very memey game for me to play.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And for me, I would, again, it hits that niche for me that I'm fine with. I would have paid for it and been like, maybe I paid a bit much for it, but I'll run with it.
Gotcha.
Because I'll put some time into it.
Okay. All right. Well, that answers my question on that one. So
yeah.
I mean, it's on Game Pass, Alex.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
Yeah.
I got it. It's already downloaded. You know, I've already got it on my Xbox.
Let's play tonight.
Yeah. It's a decent Game Pass game. I'll say that.
Okay. All right.
Also available on Game Pass. The deluxe edition of Naraka Blade Point is available to download.
And if you don't have Game Pass, it is also free to play now.
Yeah, if you do have it, if you download it through Game Pass, you get additional content.
Yeah, John finally downloaded Naraka, so at some point I'm going to play with him.
He hasn't even played it, and he's already pushing the game.
I don't know. It was just funny that it showed up. It showed up in the like new arrivals in Game Pass, and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, because they went to free.
I was like, you're not a new arrival.
Yeah. No, one game that I checked out here this week. I'm not playing it. I'm watching my girlfriend play it. Is Oxenfree. I saw there was a second.
What, 2?
No, the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, I did see there's a second one that just came out. It's like sitting at like an 80 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. But no, it's actually pretty interesting so far. And I gotta say, oh my lord, the soundtrack is so good.
It is a good soundtrack.
Oh man, the soundtrack for that game is so good. So that's one that I'm looking forward to kind of seeing more. Me and her, we have like so many ongoing games right now of stuff that we're playing, you know, of where it's just like we're either playing it together or like one of us is watching the other. Like now we've got that on the list.
Did y'all ever finish Takes Two?
Yeah, we finished that one. Incredible game. Such a good.
That studio's solid. A Way Out and
such a good fucking.
A Way Out and Takes Two are both very solid games.
A Way Out is one that we want to play at some point. We just haven't got around to it.
John and me never finished that.
We played a session or two of it and then just never got back around to it.
Yeah.
No, we've got that going on now. She's doing a run of Night in the Woods that I've been watching, and I've really enjoyed that game.
And I know that's one of her favorite games because we've talked about it several times.
Yeah, and she bought the like collector's edition, whatever that's coming out later this year, or shipping out.
Oh
later
wow!
This year.
Okay.
Let's see. We have a Mass Effect playthrough that we're doing that I'm playing, and she's making all the decisions. Fuck off. She's making every decision.
Sucks.
I'm just playing.
What game are y'all on?
We're still on first.
Fuck.
It's been a while since we've picked that up. We've been busy.
Did you at least get to the planet people or plant people?
No, not yet.
God dang it.
We're not far, unfortunately. Like I've been telling her, it's like I want to get through one as quickly as possible, but she wants to experience every piece of content. I'm like, Christina, let's just do the important stuff and let's
want to
leave.
experience that content at all.
What's wrong with you, Alex? Why do you hate one so much?
I don't hate it. It's
You
just,
hate
I
one.
don't-
You started
I-
with two.
I
You
don't
hate one.
I don't hate one. It's just
You
2 and 3 are
purposely
better.
bought a DLC
Hey.
in 2 so you would never have to play 1.
He's like me.
I play
hate
one.
Mass
I play
Effect.
one now. Okay.
Once it was finally in a collection.
Yeah, and it was playable in my opinion.
He's like me. We hate Mass Effect.
Fuck off.
Me and you were on the same
No,
page.
we're not. We're not. Calm
Yes.
down.
Well, that's a new T-shirt.
No, I mean I'll put it in the shop. I don't care. Sparky3shop.com. And then we're also currently got a Spider-Man playthrough that I'm playing, and she's watching. It has been funny though, because there have been times where I'll let her play. She wants to be the one to play Miles because she
Okay.
loves Miles. Man, watching her try to do the combat and the swinging it's entertaining. And we always have to do a difficulty switch because I play on the highest difficulty, spectacular. So I have to drop it down.
That's surprising.
I have to drop it down to the bottom for her.
I'm not used to you going to high end on difficulty.
Yeah, you know what? I had a conversation about this with Josh
Okay.
because Josh was gearing up for another Spider-Man playthrough, and I told him, "It's like, oh man, you should do New Game Plus and do the hardest difficulty." He's just like, "Why would I do that? I'm just trying to enjoy the game." I'm just like, you know what, man? Me too. Okay, I'm a baby. I am a baby, and I play games on a mid to low difficulty to enjoy the story and move on with my
The
life.
thing is,
because
that
I'm
combat,
busy.
that like Spider-Man combat, very easy to do
See,
on high
it is.
difficulty.
Because like I told Josh, is like I don't know, the Spider-Man game is the only one that I will actively go out and play the hardest difficulty because the combat's not hard. So
The,
I mean,
the
I have a fun
combat's
time.
hard, and it's not hard, and it gives you a lot of visual indicators of when to
Yes,
dodge.
it does.
Yeah.
So
So
it's very easy.
yeah. So like I've beat the game on the hardest difficulty that you unlock after you beat the game once. I've beat it multiple. Like every playthrough I've done on the hardest difficulty. I don't know. It's not that hard. So it's still me being a baby, if we're being honest. But yeah.
Oh man, if we're bringing up just like new-ish games we're playing, been playing this. It's kind of a new indie game. It's called Rocket League.
Oh my God! Fuck off! I'm muting your mic. You're done.
I was wondering where he was going with this because I knew that's the only thing he had played. I was like,
Correct. I did play something else.
not while I've been on. So
No, I did.
I did actually mute your mic there for a second.
I thought Alex would like that.
This new indie game, Rocket League, he says.
Yeah.
What have you been playing?
Rocket
I've
League.
been playing Rocket League.
No, I
for the
mean you
most
said
part.
you said. I thought you were gonna say you played something else.
No, I did pick up a game on Steam called Brotato.
Oh, you picked up
I
Rotato?
picked up Brotato. Yeah, I'd seen it pop up. It was like $2 or $3
Yeah.
during the sale. So I was like, why not? It's a fun game. It's another one of these just like
It's a
very-
roguelite, isn't it?
it's very similar to like Vampire Survivors, Soulstone
Yeah,
Survivors,
okay.
stuff like that, where you have your character that has their like unique ability or unique trait to them, and then you buy weapons, and then they auto cast and everything for you. So it's just another one of those games that I've picked up that I was like, this is a fun little 20-30 minute time killer. It's like you can jump in, do a run, 20-30 minutes, have a good time.
My time killer is still TFT, either normal or hyper roll.
I've been meaning to get back or actually sit down and play it more.
Yeah, I mean that's been my time killer recently.
That's
Especially I've just been playing hyper roll recently to really just kind of kill some quick time. That's what I've been doing.
That's probably going to become my new like my morning routine is wake up, play a game of TFT or two.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I
I should
said
get
last,
back into Attack.
like I said last week.
I mean, I might at some point.
Even if I'm losing, I'm having a good time. I
Do
don't
they
know.
still have duos in there?
Yeah.
I didn't know if that became a full feature or not.
It still says like experimental mode or something. It's like they just don't want to change it at this point.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we can go in and we can be dumb.
I mean, that's what we used to always do anyways.
Yeah, but we knew that set inside and out. We could be dumb and do
Yeah, we
anything.
could.
How long do sets normally last, by the way?
4 months.
Yeah,
Okay.
just about.
Does anyone know how long this set's been on?
It just came out like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Unfortunate. I'm still not a huge fan of it. I mean, I'm having okay fun with it, but Void can be fun. Noxus is pretty easy. It's kind of hand-holdy, in my opinion. That's probably one of the easiest ones to do.
That's why you just got to go into it and be weird.
Yeah, just do something very random. I really want to do something. I really want
See,
to do
the
something with
best
Shadow Isles and make that one win.
The best set was the fucking one before John and me knew the ins and out when we didn't know shit and we just went.
Yeah, just jump in, just do it.
Well, it was. I don't know. The one where we knew the ins and out was fun because
I mean, it was.
That was.
But
I think was that the set they introduced, like the traits and everything, or like the.
that was the set they introduced. No, Dragons was the next set.
No, it wasn't. I'm not talking dragons. It was the where they introduced like picking the.
Yes.
It was like whatever the trait or something is called.
Augment.
Yeah, augment.
augments,
That's the word I was
yes.
looking for. That was when they kind of introduced that. So and it's like we would go into like a double up game, and I would just kind of sit there at the beginning. I'm like, I gotta wait to see what he picked to see if I have to play the normal comp.
And it was vice versa.
It was like whoever saw the weird thing first clicked it, and then it was like, okay, I'm being weird this game.
Because we would pick an augment and we would build our team based on that. Doesn't matter if it was shit or not.
Yeah,
That's
was,
fair.
because that was part of the fun that you could have with double up is you could have one person play like a pretty standard reliable comp, and one person could force whatever the fuck they wanted to.
And
As
maybe
long
it
as one person had a good comp, they could carry you because you would just win quick and then go beat the other board.
Yeah.
Or the weird comp would just survive long enough for the other one to show up.
Right.
But yeah,
And on the rare occasion, the weird comp would show up on the other board and be very confused.
Yeah.
that was always fun. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I kind of want to get back into TFT, but I've only played a little bit of this set, and it's not the most excited about it.
I
So I don't know if I want to jump in and spend all the time on the set.
I'm just kind of beating my head against the wall with it, but again, it's just kind of my time killer. I'm just having fun. I don't know. Other than that, I haven't really been doing anything. Out of all the things that that I'm currently kind of in between, the one that I really want to finish right now is just Spider-Man again. I love that game so much, dude. Like that's the one where I was just like, I'm thinking about, man, I really want to play some more Spider-Man.
You know, my weird thing is I really want to re-download Andromeda just because I have very much enjoyed the combat in Andromeda.
I mean, no, the combat is incredible. And you know, I've been with you on that. I've had the itch for like a year to finally give that game another shot because I've only played it the one time.
I mean, I was fine with it.
You know, I didn't hate the game by any means. Like, I really didn't. I just fully acknowledge that the game is not good, but I didn't hate it by any means. It's just, I guess the only thing about the game that I personally hated is that I did not feel like I would make any other decision than the ones that I made. I don't feel like the decisions really weighed enough for me where it's like, you know, like as a player, I would make a different decision other than the simple fact of, let's see what this does. Like, you know, like playing through the first three, it's like every decision that you make, you know, for me personally, I do kind of go back and forth where it's like I kind of float back and forth depending on the situation, whatever. For Andromeda, it's just like every major choice that you had, it's just like I'd make the same choice again, besides just for the simple fact of like, hey, let's just see what happens. But it's just
He just doesn't know how to get into character.
I just thought the choices were lackluster.
Not at any point in any RPG do I go, I would make this choice. I go, what's the pros and cons?
See, I think back to like,
What's up, Steve? How are you, dude?
I think back to when I was doing my co-op run of Divinity with my friends doing that.
Yeah.
Where we'd be like in conversations or something, or like I would have control of the conversation talking. And in that one I played Losi, which the whole backstory of Losi is she's like being possessed by a demon basically and trying to figure out what's going on there, and the demon's trying to influence her thoughts. It's like for me that was just my friend who was giving me helpful advice throughout it. So anytime
demon?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's I carried that through the entire time of playing the game. As anytime somebody referenced, they'd be like, I'd be talking with the guys I was playing with. I'd try to say something. I go, "Shut up! You're being controlled by a demon." I'm like, "Okay, you guys can't judge my other friends." And then like anytime it came up in conversation, it's like if I had the option to be like hostile towards somebody for bringing it up, I would.
Yes.
That's amazing, honestly.
So it's like I had my own backstory for the character.
Right, yeah. Well, that's hilarious. You can't judge my other friends. Well, boys, you got anything else? If not, I'll go ahead and kind of start running through some news. Lighter week this week. It's okay. It's fine.
There is a game that came out a couple of weeks called Harmony, Fall of Riveria, which is a very narrative-based game with choices. I don't know how impactful they are because I haven't gone far into the game, but it's a very heavy narrative game.
What is it called?
Harmony, Fall of Riveria.
Okay.
It's one of those games that was shown on, I think, either at Game Awards or the previous Summer's Games Fest. That was like, well, that's something I would mess with because it's solely narrative driven.
Okay. I love some narrative games. Harmony what?
Fall of Riveria.
There you go. Got it. Oh, it does pretty good reviews, too. Add that one to our wish list. Mostly positive. That's what's up.
Yeah, I don't got a lot more because like I told Joe before the show, I'm kind of I'm in this weird like kind of lull for like the last week or so because I didn't want to get too deep into anything because as we mentioned last week,
Baldur's Gate.
Well, Diablo 4 Season 1 starts here in about 3 or 4 days from now.
Which Steve just shout that out in chat. Steve said that he's working himself to death right now, but he's ready for Diablo 4 Season 1.
Yeah. So Season 1 starts in a few days, so I didn't want to get too deep in anything and
that's fair.
know that I'm going to be dropping it to just like
Thursday.
Play Diablo for a week or so, like just kind of grinded it as much as I can until August 3rd, because on August 3rd, Baldur's Gate 3 comes out, and then that's all I give a shit about.
Yeah. Which I still am looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3. The stuff I've been seeing out looks pretty sweet. What class, John?
And Baldur's Gate or Diablo?
Diablo, which one am I going to play?
Yeah.
I'm leaning Sorcerer right now.
There you
or
go.
Sorceress.
There you go.
I'm going to say Sorceress there.
Witch Doctor.
Not in the game.
I know.
Rip.
Yeah, no, Sorcerer. It's like I haven't played a Sorcerer yet. It's like I've played Rogue. It's like I was leveling a Rogue. Druid was my main class. I just wanted something. I want to play something different. And Sorcerer seems like it's a little different.
Yeah.
So.
Steve also agrees with you on Baldur's Gate 3. He says Baldur's Gate 3 equals goodbye life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be the best game to come out in a long time.
If you really want to play a Dungeon Diver, John, you know what we should set up? Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
Hey.
You guys have been saying this for like a year that we need to sit down and play Gauntlet. Motherfuckers, y'all the ones with Gauntlet.
That's true. That's kind of my fault. I was the one that started that. It's like, hey, let's play Gauntlet, guys.
I'm pretty sure both of y'all have. I'm pretty sure both of y'all have Gauntlet, and it's like I don't have Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, I got 3 different gauntlets.
Like I bought Dark Legacy for the GameCube, and then I got the 64 like Gauntlet Legends, and I even bought new 64 controllers for us to play, and we've yet to play.
It's because you don't like.
Well, shit, you never told us about the controllers.
You don't invite us over to play games, Alex.
I know.
Yeah, ever since. No, I'm not even going to say that.
I know where you're going to go. Don't say that. That's definitely not why. But no, we do need to play some Gauntlet. I also wanted to get Jared in on it too, but I know Jared's pretty busy right now.
Well, damn.
I'm just saying, it's like if that's what he's waiting on, it's going to be a while.
No, I'm not waiting on that. I would just love for him to be part of it. That'd be pretty fun. But I know he's very, very busy. You know, with just work and being a dad. So shout out to that. It's a busy life for him. But no, we do need to sit down and play some Gauntlet for sure. Because like I've yet to pop like Dark Legacy in to my game.
Shit. Well, when we do that, we might as well record a Spark Bark while we're at it.
Spark Bark is coming back at some point. I swear to God, it is.
Sparkball is coming back too.
Yes.
Sparkball is coming back. So is Spark Bark eventually. Don't know when that eventually is going to be. I really wanted the return of Spark Bark. Like, number one, I wanted to have some sort of game plan in mind of like, okay, how often are we going to actually get together and do this? Like once a month or something?
Once a decade.
That's basically how it feels. But whenever we are going to do that return episode, I really wanted like to have the whole, like a majority of the team. Like I've got the other Roadcaster out here. I'm ready to set it up. We've got enough mics. I want to make this happen.
We can barely get 3 of us here.
I know, but I want to make it happen.
No fucking way we're getting the whole team here.
Not the whole team, but I think I can only go up to 7 mics. That's I think all I'm gonna be able to do. So I think that'd be sick. I think it'd be cool. Will it happen?
Yeah, it'd be sick, but it's unrealistic as fuck.
I know it is, but it's something that I would love to have happen. See, Steve's ready for Spark Park. There we go. We got 1. So that's 4. Just need 3 more. I'm sure we can pull Diaz out and do it.
He thinks you and me have already agreed to this, John.
I'm making an assumption.
Did I just show up?
Yeah, John, he does.
I show up. I'm like, I'll be here. I'll figure out what we're talking about when we start rolling.
That's basically accurate. Boys, you got anything else?
No.
All right. Start rolling through some news then. So the big one from the week that I already mentioned earlier, Xbox and Activision Blizzard is officially ending, coming to a close. The deal should get done because FTC lost in that court case, and they even filed an appeal, and it was denied.
Woo!
So this is again finally coming to a close. I mean,
double appeal.
It's coming to a close. Like even if so the UK CMA thing, like Microsoft and UK CMA, they made a mutual agreement to negotiate and work out the deal. Even if the deal doesn't get worked out, like Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, like they've already kind of said like, hey, we'll just like ditch the UK. We'll make like a separate division there or whatever we got to do. Like we don't give a fuck. The deal's going to happen. So again, people, the deal is happening. It's going to get done, which thank God.
Man, when you hear big dog Microsoft talking like that, it's like UK, shut the fuck up.
Basically, like they will pull out of the UK and just make like a separate division or something. I read like Activision Blizzard UK, so they still there, but however they worded it, I don't know. But I mean, they're fully prepared to give them the middle finger if they have to. I mean, just to get this deal done. So thank Christ this deal is finally going to get done.
It's been over a year. They've probably made back the money.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a year and a half. I mean, it's been unreal how long this. And honestly, it feels like it's been longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it really has. So I'm so glad it's going to be done here soon. You know, I saw with it being done soon and then like just getting all the properties. I thought it was funny the thing that I sent you.
Where it's a soul for a soul.
Yeah, a soul for a soul, where it's just like, you know, Xbox had Bungie, whatever, and then PlayStation had like Crash and Spyro, I think is what it was.
Yes.
And now it's just swap, like a soul for a soul, man. But no, one thing that I saw someone tweet out earlier that I thought was actually a pretty interesting thought that I'm going to be honest, guys, like I wouldn't be shocked if it would happen. I don't think it will, but if it did, if there was some announcement for it, like, okay, yeah, I could see that coming. Is I saw someone make a joke, which is like, all right, now that the deal's done, Xbox has no more excuses. We need a Microsoft themed like Super Smash Brothers. I'm like, they got the properties for it now. Like that's for sure. So that's something that would be very entertaining to see. I don't think it will happen, but it wouldn't shock me if it did.
The idea I threw at you is never gonna fucking happen, but they can do it.
You threw like a multiverse thing where every game is connected somehow.
Yeah, because they have enough studios where they could have like each studio work on different parts of it with different games.
True. Because I sent Zach like a pie chart of just like all the studios they own, because it's actually like once you look at it in that regard, like the way I sent it to him, it's actually kind of baffling. It would take a step back and really think about what all they own now. So I'm like I said, I'm just glad this deal's coming to a close, and in my opinion, we're already starting to see the effects from it, because I know one thing that I've been seeing like all over Twitter today is all of a sudden some repair work being done on old Call of Duty servers.
Oh.
Like I saw Black Ops, apparently some servers got some repaired on that one and had up to like 112K players. So I thought that was kind of interesting. You know, and then one thing that I have here in the rumors, more of a report, is apparently StarCraft 3 is finally happening. It is in development, which I will believe that when I see it.
Korea was losing their shit.
Boy, Korea is the only one who cares.
Yeah, I mean, if StarCraft 3 is actually happening, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like everyone else around the world is like, oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, we'd probably play that. Korea's like, fuck yeah,
woo, let's go. No, I mean, shout out, I guess, StarCraft 3. No, I mean, I will be curious to see what it's all going to continue to come out of, just like the positives come out of this deal. If you're going to see some older titles get brought back, you know, I know Phil Spencer kind of talked about it when the deal first got announced, that there's like some older titles he would love to try to bring back, and he name dropped some. If I don't see a Master Chief skin in Soldier 76, I'm rioting. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Time to riot. I don't give a shit.
Overwatch 2, man. Oh, jeez. That game is a colossal shit show right now, in my opinion. But so the next piece of news I did shout out earlier is a Black Panther game was announced. That's actually pretty sweet by Cliffhanger Games. Single player, third person, story driven. Wakanda is apparently quoted as a rich superhero sandbox. It's early.
What does that
development, though.
mean?
See, I was questioning it too. My only thought process is like, since it is Wakanda and it's so advanced, is like when you're in the Wakanda area, you can just like basically do anything.
Can I just go around and throw money at people?
Maybe, quite possibly, throw your beads at them.
That's the actual question. Can I? Because there is some games where you can literally just go throw money at people.
I mean, maybe
Like
destroy
Fable.
anything. Do anything. I mean, it's Wakanda. It's very advanced, so you never know. You mean Overwatch 1.5? Correct. I do mean Overwatch 1.5. But no, I mean Black Panther game. That's actually pretty cool. Obviously, very early announcement, which we've bitched about that we're not huge fans of. But this is a situation.
Fucking tired of it.
Yeah, me too. It's a situation of like it's a calling card. Like, hey, you want to work on this game? Like, we're doing it. That's basically what it is. Although the team's already, they've already got a team with devs from Lord of the Rings, the Shadow games, Halo Infinite, God of War, and more. So I guess shout out to that. But I hate. I'm with you. I hate the very early announcement because it's like we get this announcement.
It's time to not hear about this game for 6 years.
Exactly. It's
Something like that.
Like maybe 2 years from now we'll get the E3 trailer for it. Maybe like.
And it'll be like, it's still in development, but here's something to look at.
Yeah, it'll just be like all CGI or something, just cutscenes and shit, and like no gameplay. Like we may not see gameplay until like, I don't know, 2026. It's like, I don't know. I mean, it's cool that it's happening, but it's gonna take forever. And then apparently a Last of Us Part 2 remaster is apparently coming. This is so fucking stupid. Like, this is so fucking stupid. Like, I do understand what they're going for. I wanted some
contrast there.
I do understand what they're going for here. Of like, they have Part 1 right on the PS5 with a nice white case and everything, like PS that says PS5. And they probably just want the same thing of Last of Us Part 2, like actually a PS5 game. But it's like the one that they have already runs at like 4K 60,
Hey.
Like, this is fucking stupid.
Shut the fuck
no,
up.
This
You're
is
just
fucking
mad
stupid.
because they won't update your fucking Red Dead Redemption 2.
That is bullshit, for the record. That's bullshit.
That's the
that
only
game deserves an
That's
update.
the only reason you give a shit.
That's not true. I give a shit because I'm a Last of Us hater.
Hey, just accept the better game is getting the version.
Whoa. Hold on.
Except that Last of Us is on the same track as Grand Theft Auto 5,
Right. Yeah.
and just
That
they're getting
is
a
true,
fucking
it is.
remaster every generation.
Fuck you. How about that?
No, fuck you. Saying Last of Us is better than Red Dead Redemption.
You know what the
2.
fun
How
part
dare
is,
you.
Zach? I haven't played it.
Yeah, you
I
haven't played either.
I haven't played any of these games.
I thought you played Last of Us once upon a time.
Nope, I played it for about 5 minutes at your place once.
Exactly. I knew you had played it once upon a time.
That's the only time I've ever played it. I ain't never touched. It's like I ain't played Red Dead Redemption 2. Played none of these games.
I thought it was funny whenever you did try to play Red Dead Redemption 2. This was when we were living together, and like your one comment that still lives rent free in my brain when I asked your thoughts on it is you were just like, "Well, cowboys move really slow." Like that was your one comment on the game.
Dude, the tutorial's like fucking 3 hours long of just slow walking
I mean,
everywhere.
he's not fucking wrong.
He's right.
God
Cowboys
damn,
do move really slow.
I understand that people like the realism
Steve, eat a
in it.
dick. I'm gonna ban you.
I love that people love the realism of like Red Dead Redemption 2 and that, and like the ambiance and everything. I get it, man, but can we
speed it up a little bit?
people walk fast. They don't all have to be at a fucking plotting pace.
Oh man. All right. Anyway, next up, new Harvest Moon game was announced. New trailer was revealed. So shout out to that. My lady sent me this, and my first question was, "Wait, Harvest Moon's still a thing?" Because I thought Harvest Moon became Story of Seasons. They dropped the title Harvest Moon. I didn't know Harvest Moon was still actually a thing. And she's like, "Yeah, it's still a thing. It's just only been over in Japan this whole time."
They periodically do something like that because it's happened before with Harvest Moon series where they'll be like, well, here's this game. It's Harvest Moon, but it's not Harvest Moon, wink.
Yeah.
Here it is, slightly different.
Exactly.
Because they've done that before, at least for a West release. Because I think they did that during like the DS, not DS, but from GameCube to whatever handheld was in between that and the Wii. Was it 2DS?
No, I mean it was DS.
No, the DS was that long.
Yeah, the DS really was that long. Yeah,
well, it was the DS.
No, because it was the 3DS came out with the Wii U, and 2DS is just a 3DS
Without the 3D capabilities.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Which also, shout out to the original 2DS. Like, what a dumb fucking design. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like a straight, like, how it just looks awkward.
It is.
Like, that looks like who greenlit that design? Because they even backtracked on it, and the future 2DS they released was the normal, like, you fold it, whatever, like they should have done to begin. Who greenlit the original design?
See, it made sense because 2D. See, you didn't want to confuse them with having it fold open because they think it would have 3D.
I mean, fair,
Flat
but
design.
they could have done
looked
something
at it.
different.
They looked at it and went, well, everyone already looks at their phone. Let's just make a bigger phone.
No, none of us do.
Don't speak for me.
It was a Magic the Gathering question. So,
Wait, what about Magic?
does anyone play Magic the Gathering?
I haven't for like
I have.
8 sets.
I have played it, yes, but no. Next up, Castlevania Advanced Collection is getting a physical release, so that's pretty cool. Shout out to that. Next up, this was very random. Gex Trilogy, Tama, and Clock Tower are all announced to be coming to modern platforms. Like, dude, Gex was all over my Twitter after this.
So what is happening with platformer games coming back?
I mean, I'm here for it.
I mean, I'm okay with it too. It's just very sudden.
Yeah. I don't know, but I'm here for it.
Where's my tack?
Oh, dude, Tag coming back would be awesome.
You wonder why platformers are coming back?
Yeah.
Because that's what we played when we were younger, and we're all old now, so we want to play them again.
Oh, yeah. Channeling some nostalgia.
They're just reselling everything to us again, Zach.
I mean, that's just been this fucking era, man.
Yeah. They've learned that we're willing to spend the money on it as many times as they'll release it.
Accurate. That's almost every studio now.
Skyrim, GTA 5.
Basically. So accurate.
And anything Nintendo's ever released.
Also accurate.
I blame him.
Yeah.
He's part of the problem.
I am, guys. I'm part of the problem. People with the money to want to buy nostalgia, correct. And I am 100% part of that problem. Hey, speaking of Nintendo and just like re-releasing stuff, so came across, from all the normal like leakers and insiders for anything Pokemon stuff, there was an interesting thing that, one of the notable guys kind of threw out there is like, hey, this is what I'm hearing. This is what's a possibility. And I'm just like, that would be a nice change of pace. I'm here for that. Is, when it comes to the remakes, next in line, we would have, Gen 5, Black and White 2. Apparently, according, this is obviously, I'm telling you, this guy is a very reliable source.
Just gonna be called Gray?
No, maybe. Who knows? Because what he's saying is that Black and White remakes are going to get kicked down the road. And the next game will be based in Unova, but it will be a new game. The next remakes after that will be Gen 6 as part of Generation 10. So, new game in Unova. That would actually be pretty sick. Maybe that Pokemon Gray that everyone thought that was going to come out. But a whole new game in Unova.
Wait, was Pokemon Gray an actual thing?
No, it's just what everyone thought would happen.
Because it didn't get a third game.
It got
I didn't know that was an actual thing.
No, it's not. It's just what everyone thought would happen.
Yeah, because
I didn't even know it was like a rumor mill thing.
It
was just one of those things where like every generation up to that point had a third game release, and then they were like, "Nah, we're not doing that anymore."
Instead, we got sequels, which was weird.
So, the more interesting thing that you said was, or at least in my opinion, was a Gen 6 remake with
as part of Gen 10.
As part of Gen 10.
Yeah. So skipping Gen 5 remakes and doing a Unova new game.
Yeah. I find that more interesting because I'd be more curious about that.
See, I would be too, because my first thought and my hope is that they actually give Kalos justice, because X and Y got so ungodly shafted. Because there was supposed to be a Z, like 100%, because they added whatever they were doing with Z, they threw it in with Sun and Moon and called it a day. Like, there was supposed to be a Z, and they moved on and went ahead and made Sun and Moon.
Yeah, like a new Unova game, cool. I'm there for it. Yeah. But I would, I really enjoyed Gen 6.
Oh, Kalos was awesome.
It's like, Kalos was great. Is it the best? Is it, up there for best generations?
No.
Fuck no.
And honestly, it's not, because it's like one of those incomplete gens. Because again, also to support that, there was another game in development. Bro, there's literally a section of the map that you can walk up to, click on, and it says like a text box of like this power plant in the distance, but you can never go there.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be, I think, Volcanion is where he was going to be. I don't remember, but like there's literally a section of the map that they put in there as a tease, but it never was never available for access because it was one of those cases of, you know, how Pokemon is where it's like they have this strict cycle to go off of. They had to catch up with what was about to happen in the anime and the cards and everything, and they had to go ahead and move on to Gen 7. So so Pokemon Z, I'm assuming, because just got completely shafted and all the content for it, which the only things they threw in Sun and Moon from it was Ash Greninja and the Zygarde cells, because Zygarde cells was going to be the big thing for Z. So yeah, no, a Kalos remake as part of Gen 10 is like the next actual remake. That'd be sick.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm excited for both those.
Yeah.
That piece.
I'm down for any like new games made because so far all their new games for different regions and stuff have all been. I mean, they're not the most in-depth games, but I mean they're all bangers.
Right. I would also love to see them do another approach to like Legends Arceus.
That's where my mind goes.
Yeah, I mean that would be awesome because realistically, like while to me Legends Arceus, I don't really feel the desire to replay that. While I could see myself replaying Scarlet and Violet, I had more fun going through Legends Arceus than I did Scarlet and Violet. Honestly and truthfully, Legends Arceus was actually a lot of fun. Just because I guess because it was different. It was the main thing, it felt different.
I mean, Scarlet and Violet was much different for me compared to you guys.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
I have a different opinion on that.
Yeah.
Like I preferred like going through Violet, but the problem with Legends Arceus and why a lot of people I don't think would want to go back and play it at this point is just it was incredibly fun. And then had a very sharp. There was just the moment when you were playing it. It didn't matter what point it's at. There's just the moment where you turned it off, and then your mind already decided, I'm not playing that again.
Right.
It's just an immediate drop off point where it's like Pokemon Violet. I had my moment where I was like, okay, I've got the Pokedex done. I've got a lot of this stuff done. I'll do a little bit of shiny hunt, and I'll come back for some of these raids, which I did, but it was never like. I'm going to continue playing this. I was like, I'll come back when I want to come back.
Right. Yeah, I feel you. But no, the possibilities for new Unova and Kalos remakes, that's pretty cool. So hopefully, from my understanding, if the Unova thing's going to happen, it's going to be next year. So that's pretty sick. So here's hoping. Where was I? Oh, Horizon. Horizon's future seems very bright and busy. They have 16 different plans in the works. Now, plans are a mix of games and other properties, like movies and shows, potentially. I think there's already confirmed for a show in the works. Don't know if there's any movies in the works, but I wouldn't be shocked if there was. But this is basically Guerrilla being like, oh, we found our thing. We will do nothing but this. And that is Horizon. Which Horizon's great. Franchise, the title, the property. I think there's so much potential for it. So, I mean, that's cool. They have the new MMO on the way. There's another multiplayer game. There's Horizon 3. I think there's another thing in the works. We just had the VR game. I think there's the show in the works. Would love to see that one mini game as part of Forbidden West become a standalone game. That would be cool. Strike, I think. So, lots of possibilities.
Omega Strike?
No.
Fuck. Sorry, Zach. UFC 5 was announced.
Woo!
You going to play it?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
I know you've played like all of these.
I've played like all of them.
Yeah.
It's the newer ones haven't been my favorite. My favorite UFC game is still UFC Undisputed 2.
Fair.
It's like a lot of stuff changed since then. A lot of like grappling and submissions and stuff have changed since then. I understand why that stuff was changed. I preferred like stand up in the older games before they got really like a lot of shit going on with it. Mm. Now there's so much more shit you can do now. There's just more going on. It's more, I don't know. I liked them, or I played it a lot more when there was kind of less happening with it, and it felt tighter controlled then. But I don't know. I'm still gonna play it when it comes out.
Right.
It's like I still play every version of it that comes out and still enjoy it.
One thing that I thought was kind of interesting, looking at all the comments to kind of gauge people's excitement for this, is like, dude, the amount of people are saying, "Hey, that's cool, but when is another fight night going to happen?" Like the amount of comments. About
I don't
fight
think we're
night.
ever seeing another fight.
Well,
night.
yeah, that's the thing because I don't remember what sparked that. I think it was because it's been. I think the UFC games have kind of floated between two developers, and I think it's going back to the original group that did like the first few games. If that's, I think that's what it was, which is why a lot of that Fight Night conversation was happening.
Yeah, Fight Night's fun. I'd be down for a new Fight Night game to happen. Because I think the last Fight Night they made, it should still be on Game Pass. And I had a brief little stint where I was playing it. I don't know why. I just randomly like, let's play Fight Night. It's kind of like you with your random sports games, you know? That was me with Fight Night that time. It was like, let's play a sports game. What do I want to play? Fight Night's there. Let's play Fight Night.
I mean, if I want a random fighting game to come back, I need another Def Jam.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right, last two things. First up, thanks to a new EU regulation, apparently new gaming handhelds will need to have a replaceable battery starting in 2027.
Fuck.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. I saw that news right before we started the show, so I threw it on there. But yes, this was a new thing that passed over in EU where it's like, so Steam Deck or whatever the next Nintendo console is going to be or whatever, it's got to have a replaceable battery.
That's cool.
That's interesting, to say the least.
See, all that things for me is EU stuff, like console-wise and whatnot, when trying to get it is already expensive as fuck because they're already special due to their voltage and everything over there. Having a replaceable battery, fuck, I can't talk today, just makes me go, shit, now ones that don't have replaceable batteries are going to be more expensive.
Yeah, I know, right? Steve's about some Fight Night, and he also gives a shout to Def Jam with you, so he's right alongside you.
Def Jam was a dumb fighting game, but very entertaining.
And the last thing I had here is the Sega president is open to the idea of remakes and reboots after Frontier's success and the general vibe that is around Sonic Superstars. Everyone being excited for it. So that's pretty cool.
If that goes, I see you being the first to sign a petition of 06.
Oh, yeah, baby. Give me 06 remake.
Hey, there's enough Sonic in the news. We're fine.
Nah, we need more, my guy. We need more. Give me a Sonic 06 remake right now.
Well, you're not getting that.
I know. They're going to pretend like that game never happened. If it comes,
Have you ever watched a speed run of Sonic 06?
I haven't, but that sounds
fucking dumb.
That sounds so good, though. Honestly,
There's several on YouTube.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be just a really fun watch. If I'm going to be honest, Sonic 06 is so fucking bad. But shout out, I have not sat down to play it yet. But shout out to Sonic P6 Project 06, fan made, just huge mod of the game, making it playable, adding a lot of different things to it to make it smoother. And everyone is just like, oh man, 06 is actually good. And I'm just like, yes, finally.
Oh, did he finish it?
He is working on, I think, Silver's stuff now.
Oh, okay.
I think Sonic and Shadow is done. He's currently been working on Silver. He's currently on a break. I think when last time he put up an update about it, I think 2-3 months ago, he said he was going to take probably about like a 6-month break and come back to it because he's been working nonstop on it. So I think he's going to come back, keep working on Silver. So I'm looking forward to the whole thing being done. And it's kind of like you with Baldur's Gate, where it's like it's been there to play, but you wanted to wait till everything was out. That's kind of how I feel with P6. Is that I really want to wait until the whole thing is done.
P6 doesn't exist,
and then I'll not that P6, P06. But then I'll jump in and play it. So, all right, boys, you guys got anything else?
What was it? The lead creative director for Fable left as of today.
Yes, thank you. I think I retweeted that right before the show. I meant to add it, so thank you for that. Yeah. So
which is funny because she hasn't even been there a whole year.
Yeah, no. So that raises some more concerns.
It's looking good.
Fable. Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be a great time there.
Yeah, because she became the lead creative director back in October of last year.
Steve said, "Gross 06. I'd rather scrub my taint with a cheese grater." 06 isn't that bad, Steve. Come on. It didn't. I mean, it's not like it almost killed the Sonic brand or anything. It's just one of those terrible games that's entertaining to play.
Disagree.
You haven't even played it, John. Fuck off.
Same gameplay of it. Disagree.
Gameplay, it can be rough. Especially in certain moments like the first Silver boss fight. It's no use! It's no use! And he just continue like you can't get out of it.
All I think is Heavy Rain. Sean! Sean!
Definitely disagree. Fuck off, Steve.
Difference, Zach. That's iconic.
06 is iconic, but for the wrong reasons. All right, boys. I'm gonna hit the music. We're gonna get out of here.
Right.
Music's hit. Let's go.
I can't hear it, but like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. It does help. Yeah, YouTube things. Subscribe. Let us know.
Do it.
Attaboy, Zach's ready to go home. All right, if you made it to the end of the episode with us, thank you very much. And if you want to see us do these live streams, we do them Saturdays about 6 p.m. Central Time. So come check us out then.
Make sure to check us out on our website, sparky3.com. You can sign up for free or sign up $5 a month. We appreciate the extra support. As well as check out some Rogue Energy. Use our referral link down below. Promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off your order. Join the Discord. Come chat with us. As well as go over to Agent Inc. and pick up a jersey because we have the best jerseys on the entire website. See you next week. Have a good one. Bye.